Welcome back to Retro ReWire. My name is JJ in the hunt. With this time we're in Oizumi, Gunma. Let's go ahead and go inside and start things off in the junk section. And here we're going to start with like the PlayStation 3, 360, and the Wii. That's a whole freaking generation there. And we'll just start from the very top as we always do, PlayStation 3. Now, I definitely like to browse this section even though I kind of feel like I have everything that I would like, but there are a few titles that I'm kind of interested in, like Call of Duty Black Ops, 220 yen, mainly because of the 3D feature there. I do have a 3D display and I like to occasionally play those games. We have Tales of Xillia there. But yeah, the 3D display, the 3D stuff, the PlayStation 3, as the 360, they definitely had a number of titles that supported that. It was a bit of a fad, but man, I still definitely like it. And as you can see, just a lot of sports titles, a lot of Koei Tecmo games, but we will take a closer look at a few games here, like this Super Street Fighter 4, 220 yen. Not particularly special, but it does support full English, and at that price, that's pretty cheap. As is Azra's Wrath, 330 yen. I mean, that's just a couple dollars there. And this one does support full English, so definitely cheaper than the North American version. And then here we have Halo Reach, Halo 4. I just wanted to highlight those because I'm currently playing through the Master Chief Collection on the Xbox One. Freaking awesome collection that. And then we have Mass Effect 2. And 330 yen, which 330 yen is pretty much, I think, the standard price for this basic location for their junk games. And then here we have Gears of War 3. Haven't played Gears of War in general too much, but I hear a lot of great things about that series. And then we're just going to keep making our way here. We have Wii titles and one Wii U title there. But here we go, Resident Evil, Umbrella Chronicles, great game, 330 yen. And then a lot of the stuff that we're going to see here, guys, is just like first-party titles. Definitely affordable. Unfortunately, a lot of these are only in Japanese, but the great thing about Nintendo games, well, this one being the exception there, that Animal Crossing business, is it's more about the gameplay, right? So easy to get into without having to know the language. Not sure what this one is about, this Dragon Quest Victory, but now we're gonna make our way here towards, I guess, the non-junk games, but still PlayStation 3, 360, and the Wii U. And definitely a lot less games in the normal section. Nothing that really stands out except for one game, which it's going to be this Turok game by Touchstone. I wonder if it's related to the movie company there, but 800 yen. Kind of interested in this one, and I wonder if it's any good. The ones on the N64 were definitely fun at the time. Then we have Deus Ex, World War Z, and Resident Evil 7. Now, the interesting thing about those is that they're the North American versions out in deep country Japan. So definitely nice to see that. And then we have Wii and Wii U titles, of course, and a lot of stuff that you would expect to see. So nothing too stand out. And then down below, PlayStation 2 titles, that KOF Maximum Impact Regulation A. Definitely would like to try that out. And then here we're just going to take a wide look at what they had. We had the Switch, lots of PlayStation 4 titles actually. But in this particular video, not going to focus too much on the PS4, but we will take a quick look at the Nintendo Switch. A lot of unique titles, a lot of titles that I haven't heard of. Like these three, I have no idea what the heck that is. Balan Wonderworld. Didn't hear so many great things about that particular game. And then here we have this Remy Love. 3,000 yen. Haven't heard of this one before, but I do like the cover art there. And it seems to be some kind of action RPG, judging by the screenshots, but kind of an interesting looking one. And then below here, I'll look at all these Wii U's. So many Wii U's. Anyhow, let's go ahead and switch gears and take a look at some hardware. And look at this price. 24,500 yen for the Xbox One. Then we got the Spice controller here for 1650. That's a great color, that controller. And then just all sorts of little knickknacks here for the Switch, for the Wii U. We got the Wiimotes here. Although I think the Wiimotes, I don't know, 2,000 yen for that. That seems a little bit pricey, but this is a great, look at this. a red PS3 Slim for I would say like 90 some bucks. That's not too bad of a price, and that's a great color. I definitely like the different variations of color for the systems that were released throughout their life. And then down below we got all the Wii U's relegated to the bottom shelf, kind of hidden between stuff, but I cleared it out so we can get a closer look. 6,600 yen for that Wii U, and it's the 32 gig version. That's not too bad of a price, and I bet you that thing is clean. And then look at this purple PlayStation 3 Super Slim. Oh man, I would like that. Anyhow, let's take a look at the first of many display cases. They had so much display cases in this particular shop. And then right at the top, of course, we have the PlayStation Vita. And those are still kind of pricey, actually, as you can see. This is one particular system that hasn't, that's still kind of retaining its value, at least in the hardware end. And I definitely am going to get one of the slim PlayStation Vita Slims. I want one of those. I like the idea of having just the LCD screen for, I believe that's going to last a little bit longer. But all sorts of PlayStation stuff in this case. A lot of great hardware, like this PlayStation Portable here. What color is this? Like a forest green. We have two of them and a red one, but the green one is the one that really calls out to my attention. I like to collect these because they're kind of inexpensive. Not these particular ones, but in general. And that green color is pretty mean. Look at that. Nice. And then we have pearl white here, a little bit more expensive. And then down below, just more accessories, more peripherals, more controllers. The Elite Series 2, that's kind of pricey there, but I bet you that's a comfortable controller. I would like to try it out one day. And then this display case is just dedicated mostly to all things Nintendo. And as you can see, a lot of controllers, loose cards. Nothing that really catches my attention, but definitely want to film this stuff so you guys can see, get a closer look at what the Oizumi hard-off has to offer. And now the junk section, the hardware section. There's a lot of stuff in here, guys. A lot of stuff in here. I think this is where I spent the majority of my time. And then we have 550 yen for like a PS1. Seems to be in decent shape. Now with the junk section, like usually if it's in baggies like this, it's pretty much guaranteed to work. Although you can test it out for yourself. You just got to let one of the employees know that you would like to test it. They also have a testing station, so if it's, just not in a baggie, you can just grab it yourself. These things are actually work great. I have one for the PlayStation Vita. That particular one was for the Switch Lite, but those grips definitely make a difference. But just all sorts of great stuff in here. I love digging through this section. And I would have dug deeper, but, well, first of all, Wii U gamepad in the junk section. What's it coming in at? 2,200 yen. That's not a bad deal. And a gold controller, although this one is a bit expensive. I remember it was like 1,000 something. We'll take a look at the price here in a sec. Yeah, 1,320 yen. That's kind of expensive for the junk section, but it is gold. Come on, man. And just more stuff in the bag. And like I said, if it's in the baggie, it pretty much works. Now, if you buy something in the junk section, you can't return it, so just be mindful of that. But great thing is that you could test it out before you buy. Like this 360 Elite. That's not a bad price for that. And in the box. I kind of like all those little swirls. And then the Sega Saturn, 4,400. And the beautiful Dreamcast. Look at that box. 7,700 yen. And then Samba de Amigo. Haven't played that. I wonder if that's any good. And this fishing controller that looks to be using some kind of IR stuff, infrared, by Hori. And then some Wii U. And then here's Super Famicom with the case, 4,400. But although, this is the catch, look at that color. The beautiful sun-faded edition. And then more hardware. Look at all this. Those 64s are, that's a pretty decent deal for, I think, for an N64. Just a bunch of Nintendo hardware in this particular spot. And of course, we'll take a closer look here. We got a Wii U, 6,600. Although the other one was in the box, same price. I wonder what the difference was. A sun-faded Super Famicom, 3,300. And we got another one that's even more faded and it's more expensive. What's the deal? But for every one of those consoles, there's a lot more beautiful stuff to be seen. Like in the back there, we'll take a closer look at that gold N64. Now, never mind the little sticky stuff, the stickers on the controller. That can probably easily be cleaned off. But even here with this Saturn, a lot of great hardware. And then in the bottom shelf, all the stuff that comes boxed. And we'll take a look at that PS2 here in a sec, but just get a closer look at everything. But look at this PlayStation PS2 Slim, 3,850 yen. And like I said, if this is something that if you find yourself here and you're interested, is that the original price? 2,637. And then they had another one of these Famicoms in the carrying case. And of course, the GameCube. But that's pretty much going to be it for the hardware. Let's take a look at some games here. These are this is a little section of handheld games that they had. A lot of Rockman titles, as you will see here shortly, but still worth checking out, you know, because sometimes you find some decent handheld games for a decent price. In this particular visit, I didn't see anything that specifically was calling out to me. I was kind of tempted for this Mega Man 02, but the collection is out, you know, so I'm wondering, do I want to play it on the Advance or on the Switch? And we have F-Zero there for 500 yen. That's actually not too bad of a price, but I'm not the biggest F-Zero fan. Rockman World 2, that one's always at about 1,500. And then we have Goemon Mother 3 for 4,000 yen. I wonder if that's kind of like a uncommon or kind of a rare title, because that one always seems to be that around that kind of that price point. Some 3DS titles. Now that well, yeah, there's, like I said, nothing too noteworthy, at least for me. I think this one would probably be the most the title that I would be most interested in, which is this Sonic Advance 2. And then here we're gonna take a look at another display case. Now this was a pretty awesome display case, especially the lower half. But we're gonna start up top, and we have full access here, guys. We have this Pikachu N64, still has that brilliant color, and as you can see there, 11,000 yen. And we have a couple Pokemon titles and a Wizardry title. And in the back, Art of Fighting 2 for 3,000 yen. And then here's some Contact Cleaner. And then Sonic and Knuckles for 8,000 yen. It's a great looking title there. I have this as a part of the Sonic Jam collection. And then Metroid 2 for 8,000 yen. Kind of pricey, but the condition of the box is freaking awesome, especially for its vintage. And then I believe these are brand new sealed memory cards for the Cube. I'm not sure what the heck is going on with these Famicoms, but they have USB power, AV leads, and I'm not sure if they're officially licensed products, but they seem to be playing the carts. Don't really know too much about them. And then we have some twin Famicoms. If those are working, that's not too bad of a price. And then we're gonna take a look at some N64 titles, beginning with Goemon's Great Adventure. I've played this one before, and it's pretty fun. And then we have Violence Killer, another Turok game. That's kind of an interesting logo and box art. But, you know, it is not really convincing. Like, why would I want to buy it? But then we have Castlevania 64. This is a great game. Not far from the best Castlevania game, but I had a fun time playing it back in the day. And then here, this is some kind of puzzle game. Definitely a cool cover, but probably super heavy on the Japanese there. And then we have this Gundam game. Interesting stuff, but the real interesting stuff is in the bottom here. We're going to start with the Sega Classics Arcade Collection. This was also released in North America, and I wonder if these conversions are any good, because they seem to be saying Arcade Collection, but I wonder if they're just ports of the Genesis games. And then we have Metalhead, and it includes the manual, 1,500. And then we'll take a look at these couple of GameCube titles. We have Kirby and then Mario RPG, or Paper Mario as it's known in the West. And then we have Raiden DX for 4,000 yen. I was actually wanting to really buy this, but without the spine card, just can't do it. I'm a nerd like that. I want that spine card. I want it complete. And then here, I'm not sure what this quiz game is, but the most interesting thing about it is that it's a Capcom game. So it's probably one of their more obscure PS1 releases. All right, so in the back here, next to the Godzilla, we have the Rockman X3 for 2,500 yen. Haven't played this particular port, but I don't know. Not really interested in too much. But we have Yu Yu Hakusho here for the Mega Drive, the Sega Genesis. Now, I really like all the cover art and the design to these old Sega games, especially like this Gunstar Hero. I mean, look at all this action that's happening. Freaking great. And the back cover art is even better. I mean, look at this artwork. I haven't actually seen that artwork before. This was like my first time looking at it, but it's a great, great stuff there. And we have Bare Knuckle 2, Van Damme and Schwarzenegger there. And then again in the back, look at this artwork, freaking awesome. That's great stuff, and definitely a lot different looking from what Nintendo was offering at the time. And then we have the original Bare Knuckle with some more awesome cover art, and the back is just pure screenshots. Look at that. And then the final title here is Sonic the Hedgehog 3, coming in at 3,000 yen. And this is probably like the most 90s of all the titles. Look at all that. Kind of like a Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper. Anyhow, for the next episode, we're going to continue here in Oizumi, Japan. We're going to take a look at more of the junk games, the retro games, and the display case that they had in the back. That's pure retro stuff. Anyhow, guys, thank you for checking out Retro Rewire. My name is JJ, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. Ciao.